everyone. Thanks for tuning into this episode. Today we're visiting a sighting location just north of Lindsay, Ontario in Kawartha Lakes. So let's have a look. So this way would be a big no. So we're at this sighting location just north of Lindsay, Ontario on the Scugog River. Back in the boonies, we're on some four-wheeler tracks here going down to the river. Here is the report in the words of the witness. It was a nice, warm and sunny Tuesday, July 16th, 1996, around 4 p.m. I was walking my dogs across the road in the big cornfield, and when I got to the forest, my dogs started to run off. Then a couple of seconds later, they came back crying and whimpering. And in the distance, back in the forest, I saw a hairy, tall and ugly thing. It was probably 8 feet high. Pretty sure it was a Sasquatch. So I put my dogs on their leashes and started to run away. My dogs kept barking in the direction we saw it in. My friend said that he was walking his dog in the same place, and his dog started to bark like crazy at something. He heard footsteps in the distance and then started to run. A neighbor down the road said he heard some weird sounds outside of his house a couple of nights ago. Bit of a steep hill. Wasn't so bad. We're not too far away from the Lindsay Airport. There's lots of air traffic overhead. Somebody's been down here and had a fire. And another fire pit. There's one over there too. Looks like a popular backwoods camping spot. This may have been an old bridge or something. Must be a popular fishing spot too. That's a government boat there. I had Canada on the side. And they're all wearing green shirt uniforms. They must be part of the fisheries department, I would assume. Some little critter in here wrestling around. Squirrel, groundhog, something like that. Let's have a look at our viability checkpoints. Seclusion. In 1996, this area north of Lindsay would have been much more remote and was probably pretty secluded. Today it's just a couple of kilometers from the edge of the city, and there are some houses and cottages along both sides of the river, north and south of this location, as well as a water treatment plant just to the northeast. There is now a penitentiary east of the site. Cover. Back then, better cover, but not now, not so much. There are lots of forested areas, but not very hilly or rugged, mostly flat. Food resources. There is some farmland around the area, all the typical land critters for the area, and of course the Squogog River and Sturgeon Lake for massive amounts of aquatic wildlife and vegetation. Water, no issues there, being right on the Squogog River and just south of Sturgeon Lake. Points of interest. Lindsay Airport is only a few kilometers west of this location. There was a fair bit of air traffic as the area seemed to be right under the right-hand pattern for the runway. Just to the north, at the bottom of Sturgeon Lake, is the Ken Reed Conservation Area, a large wetlands preserve. There seems to be a decommissioned railway line just southeast of the sighting location that runs northeast up to Dunsford. Sasquatch Highway. Well, that's it for this episode. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this video. I certainly do appreciate it. Have you had any experiences in the Kawartha Lakes regions? If so, please do let me know in the comments below or by email at uppercanadasasquatch@gmail.com. I would love to hear about those experiences. Okay, thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.